Hi, welcome to this edition of Stress Reduction TV. I'm your host, Stephanie D'Angelo. After you watch the news, you might need a little bit of a reality check-in. So I'm going to just encourage you to take a little 2-minute tune-up and just take a seat, find a place. I'm sitting outside my house, sitting in the sunshine. Find your feet. So feel the feet, and the reason why we do this is because we want to tell the body where we are. We go off into this global news network, and a lot of scary things are happening. And so we need a little bit of a coming back into our reality. And if you're home and you're healthy and your family's healthy, then that's your reality right now. So let's see if we can bring it back, because when we can come into our own power, really, of where we are in the moment, instead of the fear of all of these things that are going on, then maybe we could actually do something. If you had an inclination to help in some way, or volunteer in some way, or do whatever you're asked to do, like stay home and self-quarantine. So finding the feet, and we're dealing with fear, anxiety, this global collective trauma. Your freedom, just even the smallest freedoms have been taken away, and for some people that's really stressful. So it doesn't matter how big your stress is, it's just stressful to be going through this situation. So after you watch the news, after you have that conversation, I'd like to invite you to find a seat, sit down, feel your body, feel the floor, feel your feet, the whole surface area of your feet on the ground. You're basically telling your body, oh no, we're right here in our home or outside our house. Feel the weight of your body. Use the body as a resource. It's a processor for all the things that are going on in the mind. And then we allow that sense of being here now. We're gathering. We're using that gathering skill to sync the mind and the body, even though what's happened now in the mind is very scary. What's happening in the emotions, in the heart, is scary. But we're going to see if we can process that. And if it's too much, we can just make sure that you're looking to see where you are. Are you sitting outside your house like me? Or are you sitting at your desk? Or are you sitting at your kitchen table? Make sure you take that information in, because otherwise it can be really overload for the nervous system, because then it might, we could have this tendency to disassociate from the body because it just feels too scary. But if we stay, if we teach the mind body to stay synced, then we can handle just about anything. So feel the feet, feel the body weight. Here you are. I am here. And you can even say that to yourself. Here I am. I'm sitting outside. I'm safe. The nervous system is all about safety. The amygdala is that little sensor in the brain that's just trying to make sure, it's the little sensor for safety. The vagus nerve also. We'll talk a little bit more about that. That ancient system, part of the nervous system, the polyvagal system of the vagus nerve, that ancient nervous system that we have, that causes a freeze response if we get really stressed. When the sympathetic nervous system kicks in, we want to fight or run, fight or flight, but that freeze is the oldest part of the nervous system, where you notice and you see in nature that animals with that response, they play dead because they think they're going to die. And we as people can have those same responses. So here what we're going to do is we're going to bring ourselves into this moment by looking around. That's all we are doing. It's so easy. Look around and see that you're here, and then just notice, yeah, there's fear there. And when we name that fear, We can go from that feeling, that nondescript kind of feeling of fear, which is very right-brained, that kind of holistic, can't really put my finger on it. And we can name it as fear, and that really helps with that bilateral integration into the left side of the brain, where it has to name it and find language for it. And we could say, yeah, that's fear. There's some fear there. And then we can just sit with it, and before we try to change anything, just see what it feels like. Oh, I can feel that fear right in my chest, or maybe I feel it in my back, or in my head, or in my throat. Find it in the body and breathe. And this is a part of our accepting what is. Of course we're afraid. Of course, there's so much going on that most of us have never experienced anything like this in our lifetime. So just breathe. And where there's fear, and you continue to feel the fear, we can do a little bit of self-compassion. We can take our hand and take it to where we feel it, the fear. Where do you feel it? I'm feeling it right in the chest, and I'm just going to use my own kind of self-soothing. And if you don't have that, we're going to cultivate that. And I'm just going to say, yeah, there's fear there, but it's okay. Of course there's fear. It's okay. There's fear, and it's okay. It's okay because in this moment we're right here. I can feel my feet, feel the body weight in the chair. It's okay. And then the nervous system really, really, really likes soft vocalization. And we could say it out loud. It's okay. And everything, all the sounds in the environment, they just start to fade in the background. And the most important sound is the sound of your own voice. It's okay. It's okay. And the fear may subside a little, or it may stay the same, but you're there. It's not just the voice of fear. Your voice is there too. It's okay. Everything's okay. In this moment, it's okay. No matter what happens, you have your own back. And you can soothe the nervous system. And work with fear. You might have to do it 10 times. Or every night before you go to bed, but that's okay too. As you work with the fear, you're cultivating your own self-care, planting the seeds of self-compassion, of kindness to yourself, so that you can be the leader in your family, or in your business, or just as a human being. So I wish you all well. Please subscribe and like, really helps this channel. And you can email me at stressreductionsteph@gmail.com. Let me know what you're going through, what you need. I'm here to serve you. Until next time, be well.